Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dollies and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Last time we were working on some applied energistics automation. We also got Darkwood planks, which I kind of forgot about. They're up there. So we were working on getting advanced subscribers all up and running. Now these guys can take upgrade cards, which is really nice. They'll go super fast later, but for now they're still fast enough. We're gonna get that completed. The automation with that completed today. This is the dark wood that I've decided to go with because that looks so nice, and it actually goes pretty well with the themes I have going on here. So I've got like 2 stacks of logs over there. I just need to kind of start building the house. One thing that I did notice, we're gonna put a torch. Nah, we'll wait. We might. Honestly, we could probably move this back, but I like it where it is. I don't know. We'll figure stuff out. I'll kind of figure stuff out with building later. I've started trying to 10-10-10. I've got 2 sets of mystical flowers going. I haven't really done too much with that. I'm recording this episode pretty much immediately after the last. Because I really want to get into this and start getting some automation going. Because once we have automation going, we can start focusing on some other things and kind of go from there. So, first things first, let's make our pattern storage terminal, our pattern terminal, rather. So this guy requires an engineering processor and a crafting terminal, which requires a calculation processor and an ME terminal. Lots of stuff. We need formation cores. We're going to need, we'll get to the interface soon enough. I want the pattern terminal first so that we can start making auto-crafting patterns. So, do we have any, can I use this for anything? Or do I just have this for nothing? I can make conversion monitor, crafting monitor. We're going to get into auto-crafting today too because we need to. And let's see. Let's go ahead and start making some stuff. So the pattern terminal is going to require one of these guys, which, do we have everything? No. I need glowstone. One of the big things that is going to happen right now, just because I don't have too much storage over there, we're going to need to like come back and forth and get stuff. Let's get a bunch of Certus quartz, a bunch of this. I don't have many diamonds, so let's just get a handful. I put a lot of gold over there. We're gonna need glass. Do we have? Oh, hey, we have a bunch of sand in here. We're gonna make some new machines specifically for the auto crafting stuff. Oh my god, this is like the 3rd night in a row it's rained. So we're gonna make some resonant machines today. Maybe we might get to that today. I don't know. It's hard to tell how much we're gonna get to today, but here soon we are going to jump back into the quest book because, well, we're doing a lot of auto crafting and we're doing a lot of like setting up systems. It's honestly about time for us to switch back and start doing more quests again. There's plenty of them to do, so let's put this in here, and we need the crafting terminal, so let's get this guy. We need quartz glass. So quartz glass is pretty easy. And there we go. So we're going to have extra terminals, that's fine. We need the crafting terminal. So we need this guy. And then we need a calculation processor. And then we also need a thing here. Now, do we have any more sand? We do. We have some seeds, don't we? Yes. Certus quartz seeds. So I want to get the crystal growth chamber up and running today. This thing is going to be so nice to have. In fact, we're going to put it right here. And temporarily, actually, we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's get pure Certus, and then we're going to need a single piece of diamond. We're going to take all this stuff down here. Let's see, we need redstone and silicon as well. So we're going to need all of these things. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Now here's the question I have. Will this work if I put all the things in at once? So it's obviously going to come down here. It's going to start getting the engineering press and the calculation press, and I want to see, does this mess up? It shouldn't, hopefully, question mark. So that is waiting. That is waiting. Oh wait, these aren't, I will not know yet. These aren't filtered yet. So this and this. So I guess let's take this out and let's see. Okay, I can't put the other one in if one's already in there. So it should wait unless it tries to take both at the same time. And then we're going to need to take both of these guys out, and we're going to need to filter these as well. And then I can just send them back through there. Cool. So we'll find out soon enough if that'll work. That might be the only thing that'll cause problems. So the crafting terminal, there we go. And then the pattern terminal is just that. An achievement. Cool. So we're going to put that right there. It is connected. Everything's good. And now we need blank patterns. So blank patterns are not too bad to make. And I want to, that's the first thing I'm going to make. So what are we missing? We're probably missing the quartz glass. Yeah, I don't have enough glass here, so let's go get some more glass. Once we make more pattern storage and all this fun stuff, it's gonna be a lot easier to make a lot of this stuff. It's gonna be all automatic. All we'll have to do is set up, probably gonna set up a compacting drawer with a cobblestone generator and things like that. So let's get that much. And let's make as many of these as we can. We can make 4 more. So, you know what? That looks like good enough to make. And I've already made 2 patterns. Now, we can't do anything with these yet. We're going to need another interface to attach to the molecular assembler, as well as some other things. But let's go ahead and with the last... You know what? No, we're going to exit out of that one. We're going to make a couple more things. So we're going to teach it processing patterns. So crafting patterns are pretty obvious. You tell it the crafting recipe and what it makes, and you store it, and then you put these into an interface connected to a molecular assembler, and the items, when you request them, will go to the interface, and the molecular assembler will make it. You need a couple other things to do that, but that's the general idea. Now we're going to make some processing patterns. Processing patterns are a little bit more powerful, but they can be a little bit more confusing. So we're going to tell this that a gold ingot, a piece of silicon, and a piece of redstone will give us 1 logic processor. And we're going to do this with a couple other things. We're going to need a diamond. And let's actually get all of these things. And then we're going to want a piece of pure Certus. So for the time being, we're going to go get a cable. We're going to hook this up. So we're actually going to want 2 redstone and 2 silicon. Also, gold, go back away. All right, so we come down here, and just temporarily, this is not how I'm going to have it set up later, but until we get another interface, we're going to hook that up, and this is going to grow. So let's throw, yeah, this will be a good test. We're going to let this go all the way. And I just want to see what will happen if we're trying to craft 2 things at once, if the system messes up or if it will handle it. But basically we're going to put on the bottom channel here, we're going to put, interface here that's attached to the crystal growth chamber, and that should work for what we want. So let's do this, and this. We'll see what this does. So this guy will get the logic processors. And then the blank patterns is another thing that you want to make pretty quickly. Alright, so they're not going to go at the same time. But let's see what happens to this. Okay, tried to take it out. Where is it? The printed circuit is there. Is it just going to kind of hang out in the item duct, or is it going to be a little smarter than that? Okay, it worked. It handles it. I'm scared to see what a mass quantity. Hopefully it would like back up. But I could always pipe those into here. And then just have the chest put it in there. I could work it around, but would not be as easy. But this guy will let me see the advanced inscriber, and that's what I want to see. So the diamond will get us the engineering processor. Learn that, and then the calculation processor is made from pure Certus. Perfect, and then we can just come in here and say, there you go. Now we should be able to go in here and say, hey, make me a bunch of, if you middle click this, you can make 10 logic processors. But we have no crafting CPU, so we can't do that yet. I forgot. So let's look at the crafting CPU. This is not that difficult. Basically, we need two things. We need a crafting storage, and then I'm going to make a crafting coprocessor. Now, these guys are a couple calculation processors. So let's get, I don't know, 16 and let's just do that many, 36. A lot of Certus quartz. Why not? We're going to grow it all at once, so who cares? This can also take upgrades, which is really nice. It is going to drain a lot of power. I don't even know how much power it's going to drain from this. Decent amount. But we'll get that fixed soon enough. We'll improve the power lines and all that fun stuff. But 70%, and we're still maintaining power in here, so that's all that matters. But we're gonna need a bunch of these. So if we want the processing crafting units, we're gonna need 2 processors each. So let's go ahead and make 3 more. I can't. I forgot already. Wow. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna make just kind of the basic system. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll get this started. So yeah, just throw the stuff in here, and I'll process, and we'll get our stuff. Now, do we have the ME cables? We do. This requires a engineering processor, and then if we want, let's just get a 1K for now. We're gonna need another logic processor, but we have that, so who cares? We're good on that. So let's get this guy. I would rather, honestly, use this. Because we're getting this from sifting, so might as well. What does this recipe have anyways? If you switch this back and you put this here, you can see it. Yeah, I want the normal Certus quartz. This is an older version of Applied Energistics 2. There's usually a button that says you can use substitutions. Not the case in this one, for whatever reason. But we should be able to make, I don't know why I clicked that. So we should make 2 of these. One, we need more logic processors. Okay, that's easy enough. And as soon as we have this set up, I don't have to go down there anymore. At least not to make these. I can just kind of go, hey, make. And I can run off and do other things. So this is going to be a lot simpler for me. So once we get the logic processor, we could go ahead and make the crafting coprocessor. I don't actually know if you need that. I was like making one And then as soon as we get this, it takes it a minute. We'll upgrade it later. The acceleration cards are not that expensive, but they do require calculation processors and some diamonds. But diamonds actually aren't that bad for us. We have quite a few diamonds, so there we go. Logic processor crafting unit, and then we do the 1K. We can upgrade these later. It's not a problem. But let's just come down here and put that there with that attached. Not where it's gonna stay, but for now it's fine. So now we should be able to say, hey, make me, we're gonna need logic processors more than anything. So let's make like, I don't know, half a stack. Can we do that? Yeah, no problem. And it will go off and start making these. It sends all the stuff down here. And yeah, it's just going to town on it. And it's, whoa, that's not supposed to be there. You're not allowed to go in there. Why did you go in there? The redstone's fine. That's concerning, but I'll just keep an eye on it. Okay. What is with the darkness over here? F7. Oh, I bet I know what happened there. That's something that I really can't do anything about, so... Yep, okay. No problems. Let's grab some crop sticks. And... do this. Get these guys going. I hate that weeds are in this pack, but whatever. Let's put that in there. We have a lot of stuff. So yeah, I think I've decided I want to go with epic bacon for our power source later. That's going to be kind of easy enough to make. So let's see, blink patterns we have crafted. We need to make an interface. We need the formation and annihilation cores. Now, does that require pure Certus? I hope not. No, it doesn't. But we do need some Fluix dust. And I think we need 2, and then we're also going to need some nether quartz. So I will grab that on our way back over. One of these days, I'm going to start working on getting... thing. I can't pulverize those. That's right. There's a downside to these. You cannot pulverize them. Because that would mean you could double them again. So we are still going to need these guys, and we're still going to need to get the charged Certus every once in a while. But that's not that big of a problem. So let's grind these guys up. Isn't there another way to make this? Can't I just use the dust? No? Okay. It was worth looking. So let's grab... Yeah. And there's anything else that I want? No. Don't believe so. So let's make an interface, and we can start getting some actual auto-crafting going. So there's the formation core and the annihilation core, and then we can make 2 interfaces because that's actually what I want. So we'll come down here. Is this still going? No. Alright, let's pick these guys up, and I want to grab a couple things. So let's grab some more ME cable. And yeah, I need to get better systems set up for a lot of this stuff, but we'll get there. So that's going to be Thumbcraft. I could pull this out this side, but I don't want to. Having it on the bottom is just fine. Let's pull this off and put an interface here. We're going to use this interface fairly soon. And then let's just pull something like this. And we can do our crafting tower here. And then we pull this like so. And this is going to be where our first interface is. With our... actually, let's move it back one. So our first interface will be here with a molecular assembler. Now we're going to put an interface here, and an interface here, and an interface on top with molecular assemblers all around, and then an interface here, and then, yeah. Basically, we want as many molecular assemblers as we can, touching as many interfaces as we can. But now we can craft blank processors, or blank patterns. Wow. So I can come in here and tell it to craft 10 of these. Now we need quartz glass, so let's teach it that with our last thing. Quartz glass is just like that, encode, and put that inside the molecular assembler. Now here's the thing. Now I can tell it to make 20. Let's do that. And it's going to make the glass. It's got iron, it's got glass. It's going to make the quartz glass that we need. And if we head down here, we can actually see it working. Awesome. So that's what it's making, and it has some cool particle effects, and that is awesome. So what's next? Well, we need more interfaces. Let's be honest. So can we make, you know what? Let's teach it how to make interfaces. So an interface is made like this, but we need these cores. So I want it like that. No, I want Certus quartz. We're gonna need some more fluix dust. Let's get 16. Basically, eventually, we're only going to want fluix dust anyways. So every once in a while, I'll craft a bunch of fluix dust and we'll make it, and then kind of forget about it. So yeah, what are we going to do about this? So we're going to make some fluix dust, we're going to make interfaces, and one of the next things we can do is start looking at making machines to do better stuff. So we can do more autocrafting. So let's actually teach this formation cores and annihilation cores, and we can put both of these in here, and I'm going to do that and take one out as well from there, and now we can tell it how to make interfaces. And yeah, so now I can come in here and say make me not 1,006, let's make 6 more. We're missing some glass, so let's make 4 more. We're still missing glass. Some things are still going to be manual, but we're going to get there. So we need a little bit more glass. Let's see, we have blank patterns, molecular assemblers, interfaces, all this stuff we have. So what we're going to do is the next thing I want to teach the system how to make is pure Certus quartz. That is going to be kind of key. So it's pretty easy. We're going to just basically teach it 2 recipes. Let's do this. Let's get 4 more interfaces. We need 1 more glass. It's actually pretty easy to teach us how to make the stuff. I'm losing my train of thought. It's pretty easy to teach it how to make these pure Certus quartz. So we should be able to make 4 interfaces. Perfect. And it'll get crafting on that. So first things first, let's teach it how to make Certus quartz seeds. We need sand in there. I don't have any sand. So let's go get some sand. We just need like a single piece or 2. That works too. So we teach it how to make sand, or how to do this, and then we teach it. Actually, let's make one set of those, and then we teach it with the processing pattern that one of these makes a pure Certus quartz. And now we put the standard recipe in the molecular assembler, and then the crystal growth chamber, we tell it that. So now let's tell it to make 2 of these, since we have those available, and they will immediately put them into the crystal growth chamber. And as you can see, it's going. So that's literally all we have to do. Now my question is, will it extract auto? Will it auto extract, or do we need to pipe it back in? It should be smart enough to, at least if we try to pipe it, it only pipes what's done, hopefully. So it does not auto extract. That's okay. It's just going to be an item duct and a servo, or we could use a transfer node, but do I not have any more servos? Alright, well, servo. I'm constantly using these, so it's kind of whatever to make them. We need one more. What am I doing? I need one more item duct. So there we go. And this should be easy enough. I just tell it to ignore. And there we go. So it puts it back in there, and now the system has what it wanted. So it should be no crafting jobs. Alright, so let's tell it to make 2 more of those. So it's going to do the craft, and then I just want to make sure that when they go in there, they don't like automatically extract. Nope, perfect. That is exactly what we want to see. So what are we going to do with the other interfaces? Well, for the time being, we're going to I'm going to keep 2 interfaces in there because we're going to want those for some other stuff later. We're going to take these other 2 interfaces, and we're going to put them like so. Now we need some more molecular assemblers. So you know what? Let's teach our system how to make that. Those interfaces aren't actually connected to anything, so we're going to see nothing. These labels tell you what the interfaces are touching, which is super useful because that tells you what's next to it, so you can figure out what it is you need to, like where you need to put the patterns. So let's see how difficult it is to make a molecular assembler if I type it into the right place. So these guys. Again, my mouse has to be in certain areas for things to happen. So we need to teach it crafting table. That's easy enough. So there we go. And then the molecular assemblers themselves. We can make that real quick. We can make the annihilation core real quick. And some quartz glass. We should be able to make. And then we tell it to, I'll just make this myself. There we go. So there's a molecular assembler. So we put these 2 things in there, and now I can tell it to craft, let's make 3 more. We need more glass. That's fine. Let's go grab some more glass. One of the big things that we're going to do probably next time, actually probably not next time, I think we might move away from this automation stuff for a little bit and go do something else. But something we're going to want to do is start working towards getting both a pulverizer and a redstone furnace, both resonant with augments attached to it, and hook those up. Now the augments are going to allow us to get with these secondary these augments right here, including the space-time flux unifier. This makes the speed go really fast. They're not actually that expensive either. This one is just bronze. It's bronze, gold, redstone, a little bit of blazing pyrotheum dust, and some ender pearls. all pretty easy stuff. And just like that, we can come down here and we do 1, 2, 3, 4, because we're going to put one here, an interface. So this has so much more storage processing potential. The only thing we'll have to upgrade is this guy. Now I need to look to see what all I can do to make these guys go really fast. I think having more processors, the co-processing units, is better, but I'm not sure. I'll have to figure out what's the best method for that. But otherwise, we have autocrafting. Now there's a couple more things I want to quickly teach the system. So we want to get 4K storage. Why can't I hit numbers? Okay, that was weird. It's like there's a it's like there's a overlap. And anyways, I don't want it in there. I want it here. So 4K storage. We're gonna want to make these guys. So we can teach it none of that. Well, first of all, we can make these guys. And I actually want to use surge ports whenever possible. And then let's make one. And then we do this. We need some quartz glass and a processor. And now if I try to make something else, it's going to say no crafting CPUs are available. That's because I don't have any more storage. We'll fix that later. That'll come. So for right now, we just have to kind of wait. Do we have... Once we get the calculation processor, we can make the quartz glass. You know, I can just manually make it. And then we'll do this guy. As soon as we get the calculation processor, we'll have the 4K storage. But once we have this, we can start auto-crafting 4K storage, which is really nice. Okay, what is taking so long? Something is messed up. It's gotta be. I have a feeling I know what. Okay. Let's try this. I think the interface is pushing into... I didn't mean to do that. I think it's pushing into this guy, which is messing things up. So let's place him down. And I need to figure out how to get him right there. Like so. So did that make it? I think it probably did. Let's see. And let's actually make another one. No crafting CPUs are available. Oh, it's still making the one. Cancel that. Because it made it. So let's make this one more time. And I want to see, does it work this time? Would seem that way. So the silicon went in there, everything is going where it needs to go. So basically what I had to do was change how this interface acts. It should only push items into this chest, not into these guys. But I want it next to these guys because I want the... we should see the silicon. Yep. Because I want the power transfer. This doesn't matter as much because it's going to try to push into there anyways. I could move this here. I don't know if I will. I'm not entirely sure how I want this stuff set up right now, but how it is for now is fine. But anyways, there is the 4K storage, and let's go ahead. So there's that. So processing things. So I want to go ahead and tell it to make me a 4K storage here. It'll take it a second. And then we can teach it how to make that. So now I have 4K storage, seeds, and I like to organize these a little bit, but can make that, and now we have more storage, like a lot more, because all we had was 1Ks, so we can put this guy in here, and this guy is empty, so let's pop him out. Can we make 3 more of these guys? We're missing some redstone. Okay, well, I can go grab a bunch of redstone. That is not a problem. And yeah, these guys are all sifting still. Why? Okay, it's just taking some time. Eventually eventually we're gonna do a lot of things, but eventually we'll kind of speed that stuff up. So let's see, let's hit that, craft 3 more of these, and we're gonna manually do these, so let's put that in there so this guy can get like so. Now I'm going to need to do, there's one last thing that I'm going to want to make, and it's an IO port. Ew, that's kind of nasty to make, because these guys have items on them and I don't want them to. So what I could do, how bad is it to make an ME chest? That might be easier. At least on my end, it requires an ME terminal. Okay. And there's that. And just missing the cable, which is something else we're going to learn how to make very soon. In fact, let's go ahead and learn it. Because we're going to want the glass cable for a lot of stuff anyways, so let's do this. And then we should be able to go ahead and make this guy. Cool. No, because it's not in that. Oop, I didn't want that in there. I thought I made more glass cable. Whatever. Let's just put this stuff in here. Quartz cable. Yeah. So let's make just a little bit of that. And now we should be able to make this guy. So there's the ME chest. We're not going to use this all that much, but let's just put it right here. It's connected to the system. And if we put a drive in it, so let's take these guys out. Now this has like all of my items. In fact, if we look in here, there's like nothing. So what we're going to want to do is put all of that in there and then just start taking all of this stuff out and putting them in here. So let's actually, you put the drive in the front. Let's actually not put a block there. Let's pick it up and we're gonna put it on the other side because it's gonna be easier. But yeah, basically we put our storage drive in. There's all our stuff. We take all of our stuff out and we can put it in here. And yeah, everything is better. I have no idea what it took out of my, I think sticks I had in my inventory, and then cobblestone. So this drive still has stuff on it. Yeah, just a little bit. A lot of copper. Don't really want to lose that. So now this disk is empty. We can put this one here. And we'll pop this out. Put that in there. and make a 4K, which I will take downstairs momentarily. And yeah, so basically do the same thing with this. So I'm going to do that off camera. Anyways, we have some autocrafting up and running. Pretty awesome. I think next time we're going to start focusing on some questing because it's been a while since we've done this. So let's jump back into quests. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to work on, but we'll figure it out. Mob Hunter, we could probably do some of that stuff. Assembly line, making more machines and all that kind of stuff could be fun. There's some things that we're going to want. Maybe mob spawning would be good. And yeah, I honestly don't know what we're going to work on. We need to do blood magic stuff and farm craft stuff. Lots of that. That's going to be pretty intense. But we're going to just work on whatever quests we can find and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot done. It was a good episode. And yeah, hopefully we can actually do some questing next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!